Well, hello. Welcome to Noah's self-indulgent series, Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. A game about navies in a post-sale age. So there was an update that they pushed out recently. I say recently, probably like a month ago. That wiped a long-running campaign I've been playing since February. And here we are at the end of August. After the crazy August I've had at work, I wanted to pick it back up. Pick up the game. We'll start a new campaign, new fresh campaign. I'm playing the US. Honestly, I haven't played the US in the campaign mode before. In my opinion, I feel like it shouldn't be too difficult. Yep. So that's what we're gonna do. This is gonna be kind of a more mellow, fun time than some other series. There may not be a lot of talking. There may be plenty. I intend to record the campaign until I feel like I have indulged myself enough. This is the world as of 1890. Yep, this is an interesting world we live in. Alright. So, if I remember right from my history, the U.S. has no colonies and no sway, because we haven't had the Spanish-American War yet, so we have not taken the Philippines from Spain, as well as we do not own several other provinces yet. I don't think we own Hawaii yet either. No, Hawaii is still independent. Good for them. I don't think we own anything in the Pacific, actually. Yeah, no, nothing. We're just beginning to get into this whole idea of, well, what if we, did stuff. Oh, I'll show you guys my boats. The game starts, you get to just make some designs, and there's instant complete some boats. So I was like, you know what? Big boats take forever to build, so I made 3 of these really weird, wonky battleships that may actually just roll over and sink. And I made some light cruisers. I was gonna make torpedo boats, but really the technology is really bad at the start of the game. So like even this I should not have built. But here we are. Yeah, and I only got 3 of them anyway. Enough to have a yardstick to look at, and not mess with me. I'm not even on the scoreboard, am I? No, I'm up there. Not that up there though. You see, there's a lot more mixed bag for a lot of the other navies. Here we are with our 18 ships. We have more projection power than Italy, Spain, and Japan. That's about it. And that's with them having 29, 27, and 40 ships, respectively. But those are torpedo boats, which are really, really tiny. And we got China, Germany, Austria-Hungary, Russia, France, and then, of course, at the top is the UK. So my plan is to quite literally balance my budget, first off. So we're also going to do something cool, such as improve relations with people that don't like me. Spain, as you can see, is training really awful, because we are just about to get into a wild war. I might let it continue to degrade. We'll let that historically happen. This is also a weird game where like history diverges and becomes alternate really quickly. I enjoy that medium a lot, so we're just gonna roll with it as it comes. But I'm gonna let tension rise there. What I am gonna do is I want to improve. I can only do this with one nation at a time every turn. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna improve relations with Britain for now. Having the top dog be your friend is not a bad idea. As you can see, no one is allied with anybody. Everyone's kind of mixed. The only people that are really tedious is China and Japan, because the relation with Japan is at 75, and me and Spain. for historical reasons. That is why that is. For China, it has to do with their relations with Korea and Japan, and there's this whole fucking... I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, there was more than just what affected us in the States at the time. We'll just put it that way. I'm not going to pretend to be a history expert in regions that I am definitely not an expert of, which is most all history, because I'm not an expert in anything. So we're going to get multi-torpedo tubes going. I'm going to get some internal protection stuff up. I want to get wooden plugs. You'd think that those are things that they've been doing since, like, before then, I would have thought. On even wooden-hulled vessels. Anyway, we'll do that, and we're going to get armor up as well. So, we're going to go my finances. My max shipyard size is 8,000 tons. That's going to change. We're going to hike that to 12. And we're going to keep doing this every chance I have. This is my monthly balance. I'm still at positive 2 million a month. We're going to max out transport capacity. That makes you poor, so we can't do that yet. But I'm going to up it a little bit. I'm going to max out my tech budget. I can't max out the tech budget. Alright, fine. I have some... That's my leftover funds. I could take a negative. I'm just not going to yet. We'll do that. They're all still going to be 2 months anyway. Alright. So we're going to play this slow. And by that I mean I'm not going to goad anybody. Early on, it's not really the best strategy. When everyone's navies are kind of shit. Oh, the Suez Canal opened, everybody. As with all ships during peacetime, it can be blocked by passage to the enemies of the Ottoman Empire. Yep. Because remember, the Suez Canal opened in 1890. Oh, wow, look at that. And there we go, the Bosporus. Yep, Ottoman Empire. Black Sea, baby. Also, with this non-being historical, I think the canal openages are also randomized. I think these ones almost always open up in the first, like, 2 turns anyway. But Dardanelles Strait. Yep. And the Danish Strait. Åsund. Or Ösund. Singapore Strait. Strait of Gibraltar has always been there, baby. It's just saying, like, hey, these are great choke points. Like, gotcha. Cool. Britain didn't like me. Well, I don't really want to get negative prestige. I forgot to. It's a new game, so my prestige is low. My other one, I had, like, my prestige up in, like, 900 range, so I could just recklessly, politically swarthy this and that. Alright. Yeah, we're just... This is going to be a few turns of this. We got nickel steel armor now, emergency wooden plugs, and torpedo launcher Mark II. It's getting better rotation, reload rate, and accuracy. Oh, Russia's provoking me. Interesting. The people of Albania take up arms. Good for the Albanians. That reminds me of a story. I was at a Savers, and there was a Keep Calm and Albanian is Here mug at the Savers, and I almost bought it. It had the Albanian flag on it. I almost bought it because I thought it was funny. I didn't, though, but I almost did. This is the powder keg of the world. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. This is the powder keg of the world. This is where everything goes south all the time. All right, repeated throughout history. Jesus. Yeah, now I'm at the bottom. Womp womp. All Alright, so what I'm going to do to save some money is I'm going to say, oh, they're already all in being. Never mind. Never mind. So in being means they're just going to basically all just stay basically anchored at port. Which is what I want, because that is cheap. We are making good money. And by that I mean we are making money. We are positive. Which means I can slowly tick this up a little bit. Because tech is one thing I don't like to compromise on. Alright, so those are all done. Which means we're going to go explosives and go rangefinders. So one thing I've learned in this game is you can focus down a few things here and there, but you're better off not focusing one tree for a long time. Like I could just, the whole strengthening is for battleships. So what I could do is I could just focus on battleships and build research in it quickly, but you start to really slow down all your other tech, which throws you behind other things. Like, yes, I may get super sleek, cool battleship hulls quicker, but if my guns are all still poor and bad, what's the point? So you really got to take a more rounded approach. It's not just a simple game of, oh, I just go down this one tree and I win. I mean, there are some things you could do that with. Torpedoes is kind of one of those, like, yeah, if you put your 3 researchers in torpedoes, yeah, you could do some nasty, crazy shit, even if your boats are slow as hell. Wouldn't recommend, but, you know, you could. Alright, so we're gonna get rangefinders. That's also important. We don't have rangefinders yet, I don't think, and this is a... Right now, we're still, like, you know, pointing the gun in their direction and shooting, hoping that it hits. So we're gonna do something better, which is called math. Whoa. Whoa. It's like, yeah. Alright, we're gonna head next. Like I said, we're just gonna go kind of hustle through the first few years of this. Everyone's trying to, you know, rip off the Ottomans. They're like, I don't want to be part of this anymore. Ottomans like, whoa. Hey, hang on, friend. Now, remember this image of Africa, right? With all of these free, I say free, all these non-occupied, well, except for the Ottoman parts, all these non-occupied territories, because that will change just as the game's nature is over the next, like, 10 years. And you will see there will be, like, next to none left. Right now, Germany, France, and Britain are, you know, race to gobble up the territory. Well, and Italy, too, I guess. And Spain to a very lesser extent amount, but they are going to race to absorb. Alright, next, baby. Next turn, baby. You see everyone's building boats, and I'm like not doing that, because I'm like, that's a lot of money. France, see? This is what happens when you spend money frivolously. It's Portugal and Spain. You know, that is super convenient as an alliance goes, because they are next to each other. Oh, good. I mean, Italy is like, let's be friends. I'm like, okay, sure. I wish I had people that wanted my boats. Why they don't want my $3 million cruiser from 1890? Come on. I should build boats, but I'm not going to. Like I said, there's a lot more research to be done. I should maybe have done that one instead. That was a little foolish, but we're going to get rangefinders. I like rangefinders. They help my guns. Gunnery. What is my goal for gun cotton? Woo! Can't wait till we get out of gun cotton. Yeah, it's pretty detonative. That's correct. Bulgaria signed a special alliance with China. Bulgaria. Like I said, this is very what if history to go as far as it goes. Like Brazil and Japan. No one saw that one coming. But I gotta say, Bulgaria and China, that's one hell of an alliance. Can control Swaziland from Transvaal. Oh, wow. Who owns? That's all of them. Look at these fleets moving around. In our mind, just sit in port. So, my last playthrough I played Germany. And don't worry, my Germany never had any financial misgivings, so they never had, like, you know, huge issues. I.e., there was no Third Reich. If there was a Third Reich, it wouldn't have existed, because we were financially prosperous as a people, much until, like, the late 40s. That being said, I did very well. China imploded in my playthrough, and I gobbled up a lot of China. Japan owned Eastern China, which is a pain in the ass, because my stuff went all the way around it. So I was like, this is a pain in the ass. I'm just imagining logistics trains where I boat something in here, and then I have to cart it to fucking here. Instead of going like I have to go around. I guess there's like impassable mountain ranges around in here and stuff. Like it's like there's tough stuff, but you know what I mean. It's just, ugh. Oh, I forgot to change my Arabia. Why are you provoking me? I have done nothing to you, Austria. You're all the way over here. Like, what do you have to gain? They're like, your fleet is small. I'm like, correct. That is just factual. Like, what do you... Right, we do have rangefinders. We're gonna get, I guess, slightly bigger light cruisers. I don't have range. I got better armor. That's what it was. We're gonna go my finances. And we are going to actually up this. Because the faster I get my max transport capacity, the more my GDP will grow. The more my GDP grows, the more it trickles down to everything else. Like I said, the beginning of this game for me is just hitting next turn, mess with my research, mess with the finances, next turn, and make my ports bigger. In fact, I should have checked that. But I think they're still smaller. Greece and France. Romania and China. Man, China has interest in, like... I'm very intrigued. China's, like, interest bugging in, like, the Black Sea and, like, the Adriatic. Oddly enough. Oh, no, it's Bulgaria. Yeah, it's the Black Sea. What the fuck? China, what the fuck are you planning? Like, what are you planning in here? Are they planning to go against Russia? That'd be nuts. Can you imagine? Pretty okay with everybody still. The only people I'm not is Spain. And like I said, don't really want that war. I think I could outmaneuver and kick their ass, but... you know. Just keep upping transports. Just a little at a time. And my GDP will keep growing. See, you spend too much. You spend too much money. And your country will be like, hey, where's all that money going? And you're like, stuff. And they're like, what stuff? And they're like, well, I made this giant boat that will never be used. And they're like, you're fired. What the man? I'm glad I went ahistorical. This is fucking hilarious. The Korean Empire signed with Austria-Hungary. Ugh, Belgium signed with me. Thank God I have somebody. Dude, everyone's trying to like rebel against Ottomans though. Ottomans are falling apart. They haven't even gotten to World War I. And they're already completely collapsing. Alright, well let's once again. Money. Make my money go up. Make my money go up. They keep laying down boats, keep spending money. We got rangefinders. I know how to aim with lenses and math. Oh. Canada with Germany? My God. Persia and France. Chile and the British Empire. I only have Belgium. Everyone's trying to be friends now, as they like scoop up all the other powers as allies. I'm like, you son of a bitch. Okay, well, take those off. Alright, we're gonna get boilers up. I don't really, we'll do mines. It's like, yeah, they're like okay, I guess. You know. Is anyone ahead in tech? Probably just Britain. No, everyone's still average. You know what they say, when everyone's average, you want to squeak out ahead. Honestly, I'm half tempted just to take my crew training and dump it. I'm not going to, not yet. Yeah, they're building a bunch of boats all over the place. France warns ahead of Aldermay, Paul Darble, that his excessive naval expenditures can soon be replaced. Yeah, their admirals are spending too much money and are going to be fired. But me, I'm budgeting correctly. I can now make slightly bigger torpedo boats. I can now have contact landmines. Belgium wants a Pennsylvania class. This will get me money, yes. That, I forgot it cost me money to make, though. Oh wow, Libya freed itself from the Ottomans. Good for them. And so did Albania. Good for them. Good for Albania. You know why? Now that it's free, Italy or Austria-Hungary can come over there and take them. That's typically how it always runs in my games. Alright, well, that... I agreed to sell them a boat. I'm going to get profit from it, but not for a while. In exactly, let's see. 13 months. So... in that time, what am I going to do? We're going to have to cut some stuff, or we can kind of take the hit for a few months, but that's $1 million a month. You bastards. Well, who needs crew training? I mean, I do, but I'll dump it down to 15%. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I mean, I have the shipyard space for it. If they want one, they can have one. It's just, you know, I wouldn't buy that battleship personally, but hey, the Belgians want it. Let them have it. Well, yeah, everyone is breaking off with the Ottomans. Yep, Libya has defeated Ottomans in Tripoli. Tripolantia, my bad. Apologies. So yeah, that's... And Egypt's trying to free itself in northern Egypt. Ottomans are not able to even keep their country together. I wish I could play the Ottomans. You can't in this game. I really wish I could. It would be very fun. The fact that they don't count them as a major power, because at this point they still technically were, for a little while. Obviously until they're, they dissolve. But like, so did like Austria-Hungary's navy only really lasted until World War One, and then they're still here. Like, does everyone remember what happened to the what's the name of the boat that got sank in Pula? Like, basically, they built this giant dreadnought, and it got sank by two torpedo boats from fucking Italy in early part of World War One. And then that's when they kind of axed the whole big grand navy thing. They're like, yeah, no. But I would love to play the Ottomans. I think the Ottomans would be really fun, because you'd be playing a really big power, and you have a lot of grips on, like, different oceans, right? It's like you have obviously a huge pull in the Med. You have the Arabian Sea. It's very interesting. Like, the Black Sea. Like, I don't know. I think it'd be an interesting play. Very, very interesting indeed. I'm going to hit next. I forgot to check my research. And also, I'm saving too much money. Yeah, everyone's getting fired. Not me. No. I literally do not have the money. They're like, please, 25 in advance. So here's 6 million. You know what? If it's 6 million in advance, that is roughly, what, 3 turns? I'd be at a deficit. I'm going to say yeah. You know why? Because I still have Navy budget I can cut. Down to 10%. That's as much as I'm going to cut it down to. Yep. Yes, sirree. Look at us. We have money, though. Technically. Take off the boilers. Bum, bum, bum. And that. And that. We've been researching poorly because Noah is talking. Okay. I think we'll go another 10 minutes. Alright, we're going to get these done. Some people are going to be ahead of me in technology because I was faffing around. Alright. We just need to start beating some of the stuff. So that's what we're going to do. Aha, anti-submarine early theory 1. Sweden and Britain. Venezuela and France. Denmark and China. God, why can't it be me? People are strengthening relations with me. No one wants to be my enemy, which is great. And look at that. Everyone's friendly with me, except for China and obviously Spain. Man, these nations that have like 3 allies already, they're going to be raking in the good money. Okay. I'm going to do that. Yep, hit next. We're in 1891, baby. We haven't built the boat yet. We don't need to. Yep, France is spending too much money. That sucks. I don't want Spain to have allies. Yeah, honestly, fuck Spain. Increase tension. I don't even care. I think I could take their navy. Honestly, I think I could. And if I did take their navy, we're taking fucking Cuba. We're taking Cuba. I'm taking Puerto Rico. Taking Puerto Rico. It's how original. Yeah, well, listen, shut up. It has a decent port presence if I start building up early. I mean, 13,000 tons right now is not bad. So I will definitely bully them and take those. And I kind of want to take Equatorial Guyana just because of the fact I would have a small piece in Africa, which is a great coaling port for me, because I can go from Puerto Rico to there. That would be more ideal, to be honest, in like Santa Cruz or like the Western Sahara, but this has more money than this, believe it or not. So, that being said, I'm positive I will bring my Navy training back up a little bit. You know what? I'm going to take the little hit on this, and then I'm going to up that to 70. 71. We're going to take a hit for a turn, because we have so much money. We can afford it for a few turns. The Netherlands. Caused unrest. You know what? Speak softly, but carry the stick. Oh, Bulgaria's grabbing ground, huh? Arabia freed itself from... wow. Ottomans are falling apart. I guess it's also kind of a little historic. I mean, it was not a sound union by this point. Oh, man. Yeah, we're just gonna, I think, end turn. Make our whole construction a little bit better. Yeah. Am I doing what I'm doing? Probably not the best because I'm slowing down overall my research gain because I'm researching 3 specific things. I'm just trying to get them to finish faster. Go, we got CNF shells. Look at that. Good old nose fuses. Oh, really? That'd be unfortunate for me. Okay, we have... I'm sorry, did Arabia, like, when they rebelled, they did. They captured the boats from the Ottomans. I mean, like, duh, like, what else would they do? But, you know, it's just still interesting to me. Alright. Oh, say can you see by the dawn to delight? Okay. Of course, our fleet is strong enough. We can get some money here, increase our naval budget, but we're going to take a hit to our GDP. I'm going to say this just because I do want the naval budget so I can grow more GDP. It's a weird catch-22. Yay, we got Argentina. That's cool. That's actually great for me. That's another South American port. It's actually kind of huge. That could stage me up for... Well, not really. It's so fucking far. But it's, you know, if I'm going all the way around South America to get the other side, because guess what? There's no Panama Canal yet. Then at least I have a coaling port that I can use. And I won't, you know, be sinking boats. GDP, yep. And you know what we're going to do with those gains? Put it right back in GDP. Yeah. Yes, we are. Like I said, we're going to keep taking a little bit of hits because I have the money. I have the money. So, that is what I am going to do. Take that off small guns. And we're just going to put it on big guns. And we're going to hit next turn a few times. They're discovering 2 things at a time. It's a risky game. Money. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, 37 million would be pretty nice. I can take a hit and immediately dump everything into transports. But I think I'd rather just increase my GDP back up. So I gained a 1% increase to my stuff. Yeah, we're gonna do that. You know why? Because it makes the loss to my GDP just negligent. I never actually lost anything. Increasing my naval funding a little bit. Yeah, they can warn the header out, rotate, whatever. I know how to spend not money. on my actual boats, but instead on military infrastructure and the betterment of my nation as a whole. 75. I want to get this to the point where my research is maxed out in speed so I can start cranking it out. Ships can communicate with each other only with flag or light signals. Thus, the communication range is severely limited according to visibility. Yeah, but now we can communicate. Now we're not going to have this thing called our boats hit each other because we don't know what they're doing. At least now we're using lights. Oh my god. They're like, please give us a cheap battleship. I'm like, no. I do not have the money. I say no. They might not be friends with me much longer if I do that a couple of times, but Argentina, just wait till I make better ones. I can make better ones. I promise. In fact, before we end this, I'm gonna do this right now. New design. Alright, we're gonna go to torpedo boat. 300 tons. There we go. Look at that. 23 knots is fine. Oh, heavens. Now, it's not getting fancy tech. I can't afford fancy tech. It's going to have little range. It's going to have standard bulkhead size. It's going to only